What if you met the one tomorrow? 93% of people panic and ruin it forever. But these 5 secrets could save your Valentine's Day and your love life. One moment, you're just living your life, and the next, she's standing right there, unexpected, unplanned. But is it fate or just a test? Before you make a move, here are 5 things you need to do when love hits you out of nowhere. Number 1. Don't panic plan. Panic is the #1 killer of sudden romance. Most guys, when they suddenly realize they like someone, do the worst thing possible. They act out of desperation. They start overthinking, texting too soon, or making awkward moves. But what if I told you that the smartest thing you can do when love hits you out of nowhere is to do absolutely nothing? The secret. The military has a method for staying calm under high-pressure situations, and you can use it in love too. It's called the freeze frame method. Step 1. The freeze frame method. The military trains soldiers to stay calm in chaos by using freeze frames, pausing for 3 to 5 seconds to assess before reacting. This applies to love too. When you find yourself attracted to someone unexpectedly, your first move should be to stop, breathe, and analyze the situation before acting. Your brain releases dopamine when you meet someone exciting, but acting on this high too soon is why most guys self-sabotage. Freezing the moment lets you reset and make a controlled decision instead of an emotional one. But even staying calm won't help if you don't create a plan, and this is where most men fail. Step 2. The crisis plan. Step 1. Ask yourself, is this real or just infatuation? If you don't know anything about her, don't rush. Step 2. Gather information subtly. Watch her body language, social circle, and interests. Step 3. Set boundaries. Decide how much effort you'll give based on her response level. Studies show that people who delay gratification, who plan before acting, have higher success in relationships and careers. But even the best plan can fail if you mess up the next step, and this is the most important thing you must master. So now you have a clear mind and a plan. But what happens next? What if she's actually interested? What if she gives you signals? This is where you must read between the lines, because if you miss them, the opportunity disappears forever. Number 2, the 24-hour rule. You have exactly 24 hours to lock this down. After that, the window closes forever. Every attraction has an expiration date. The moment you share a spark with someone, a hidden countdown starts. Wait too long and the emotional high fades. Act too soon and you look desperate. But there's a science-backed way to keep them thinking about you non-stop without chasing them. Step 1. The breadcrumb technique. Most guys go all in too fast. They flood her with texts, double text, or ask for a date immediately. But high-value men, they drop breadcrumbs, just enough to keep the spark alive. How it works. Send a small, intriguing text. I just saw something that reminded me of you. I'll tell you later. Creates curiosity. Mention a fun experience. You won't believe what happened to me today. But don't explain right away. Make her ask. Use humor and inside jokes. A shared moment is 10 times more powerful than a generic compliment. Humans hate unfinished stories. The Zeigarnik effect proves that leaving something open-ended makes people obsess over it. That's why cliffhangers work in movies. Use this in attraction. But all of this is pointless, unless you know how to ignite the fire before it burns out. Step 2. Turning a spark into a wildfire. Attraction is like fire. If you dump gasoline on it too soon, it burns out. If you don't fuel it at all, it dies. The key? Controlled escalation. 3 steps to safely intensify attraction. Use physical momentum, light touches, playful nudges, high fives. Low pressure but builds comfort. Flirt and withdraw. Make a bold move, then dial it back. Creates emotional tension. Break the touch barrier in casual ways. A handshake that lingers half a second longer, fixing her bracelet, brushing off imaginary lint. Studies show that controlled physical escalation releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, without triggering defensive walls. But even if you do everything right, there's one mistake that ruins it all. And most guys make it without realizing. Number 3, vulnerability wins. The fastest way to lose someone is to be perfect. Sounds insane, right? But the truth is, perfection is boring. The secret to unlocking deep attraction isn't flawless confidence, it's dangerous honesty. Step 1. The flaw hack. Imagine 2 guys. One is smooth, says all the right things, never stutters. The other guy, he laughs at himself when he fumbles a joke. Who's more attractive? Science says it's the second guy. Why? Because flaws make us relatable. How to use this in attraction. Instead of pretending to be confident, say, honestly, I was a little nervous to come talk to you. If you mess up, own it. Wow, that was the worst pickup line ever. Can we pretend that didn't happen? Share something real. I suck at small talk. Can we skip to the deep stuff? The pratfall effect proves that people find you more attractive when you show small flaws, because it makes you human. But honesty alone isn't enough. You have to trigger their own vulnerability too. Step 2. The mirror effect. Most people put up walls in dating. They don't want to be the first to show emotion. But the secret? If you lead with vulnerability, they mirror you. The exact phrase to unlock this. Instead of asking, "How was your day?" say, "What was the best and worst part of your day?" Forces them to open up deeper. People subconsciously match emotional levels. If you go deeper, they follow. But even if you master this, there's one final trap, and even the most experienced men fall for it. Number 4. The memory trap. What if I told you? You could make someone feel like they've known you for years, even if you just met. The secret? It's not time, it's memory imprinting, because attraction fades, but memories last forever. Step 1. The fake shared history effect. Want to know a psychological glitch? The brain processes imagined memories almost the same way as real ones. This means you can literally create a shared history with someone, even if you just met them. Playfully pretend you have inside jokes. You always do this. Classic you, even if they just did it once. Make predictions about the future together. 10 years from now, we're gonna look back at this and laugh. Frame something you just did as a tradition. This is now our thing, even if it's the first time. The Mandela effect proves that people create and believe false memories. You can use this in attraction by making your presence feel like part of their life storyline. But even a strong memory fades unless you lock it in with this next move. Step 2. The core memory hack. Every unforgettable romance has one core memory, a snapshot moment that instantly takes them back. Your job? Create one before midnight. How to create a core memory. Do something symbolic. Lock a wish in a box, write a note for future you, swap secret missions. Experience something high energy or emotional together. Thrill rides, deep talks, running through the rain. Introduce an unexpected, perfect moment. Stargazing, a dance under city lights, sharing a vulnerable story. Studies show that people remember peak moments of emotion more than timelines. A single strong emotional event can define an entire experience. But memories only matter if there's a future, and most men make this fatal mistake. Number 5. Future-proofing love. Attraction is easy, but staying in someone's mind for weeks? That's an art. Most guys think a great date is enough. It's not. You have to plant seeds that make them chase you. Step 1. The phantom date trick. Most guys end a date by saying, "That was fun, let's do it again sometime." Boring. Instead, use the phantom date trick. How it works. Casually drop a future event into conversation. "You have to try this rooftop sushi place. Next time I'm taking you." Leave the invite open-ended. "I bet you'd love this hidden bookstore. But you have to prove you're cool enough first." Create a mental bookmark so they wait for your next move. The brain releases dopamine in anticipation of rewards, not just when receiving them. By teasing a "next time," you keep them engaged. But even this won't work if you don't do this one thing. Step 2. The last impression rule. People don't remember entire conversations. They remember the last moment. That's why your exit matters more than your entrance. How to make your last moment count. End the night on an emotional high. Leave them laughing, smiling, or thinking. Create a closing loop. "Next time I'll tell you that story." Keeps curiosity alive. Give a powerful last text, a thought-provoking quote, a playful tease, or a simple, "Tonight was fun. Sweet dreams." The peak end rule proves that the brain judges an experience based on its peak moment and ending. Nail the last moment, and they'll remember you way more positively. If you're ready to turn sudden love into forever, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Comment Valentine below.